Morning and welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be going over 5 unique skinning farms that you can do right now. Now just stick around and enjoy the video. Now these unique skinning farms, just straight off the bat, will not be including any of the raw gold ones. This is where you would primarily skin up a load of objects and then turn those into an item and then vendor them. Those ones are completely off the table for this video, as that's more of a raw gold type farm. And other than that, let's just get into number 1. Now coming in at number 1, we have the Turtle Scales farm. Now this one is located within the Swamp of Sorrows, and it is primarily really good in order to do. All you really have to do is just run around in a pretty much a circle, killing all of the turtles and skinning them for about an hour. This provides you with quite a lot of different types of skins, including the turtle scales in which you're actually farming for. Now these can actually net you a pretty penny when it comes to being on the auction house, and overall is actually quite a great farm in order to actually do. Now I know a lot of people actually knock this type of farm for turtle scales. This is because it's a very old world material, but it actually does still sell. This is because it's actually used to create quite a variety of different types of transmogs in order to sell on the auction house, and which with transmog crafters they actually make their gold through that. This is why the materials actually sell, as the transmog crafters tend to not actually leave and farm up those materials. Hence why that you can actually get a strong gold per hour for this, as they can still make a profit, as well as you actually farming up the materials and then posting those on the auction house, which then they will buy and use to craft. Now coming in at number 2 is wind scales, and much like the one before, this is used to create a wide variety of different types of transmog items, but this one is primarily BC. This one can actually be farmed up within Shadow Moon Valley, and is a great way in order to make a reasonable amount of gold pretty dead simply. Now all you have to really do is just kill the dragon hawks, which are all around the area on the screen right now, and pretty much that's all you have to do. You can kill the humanoid mobs if you want to turn this into a bit of a transmog farm as well, as they do tend to drop a few nice bits of transmog as well. So if you are a transmog farmer, this is a best of both worlds type of deal. Now other than that, wind scales sell for a decent amount of gold. This is due to the fact that not many people farm these types of unique items, and that being the case, that is where their gold per hour actually comes from, is because not many people actually even know about them, or they don't actually tend to actually farm them up. This is due to the fact that not a lot of people actually will farm these up. Now other than that, you can take advantage of this if the gold per hour is actually good for you. That being the case, this is a great way in order to make a reasonable amount of gold, and also along with that actually can net you in pretty much a very high gold per hour. The only thing I will say, however, is wind scales is primarily one of the slowest of all of the unique items, so bear that one in mind as well. Now that being the case, that one is located within the Worth It add-on under skinning, if you really wanted to check your gold per hour before you actually go ahead and do this farm. Now that being the case, let's move on to number 3, which is COBRA scales. And now this is another BC leather which you can actually farm up within Nagrand. Now in Nagrand you can actually go over to the far left hand side of the map, where there will be a load of different types of snakes. All you have to really do is just kill all of those things, and you primarily will just be running around killing all of the snakes. You can kill, however, all of the additional mobs that come along with it for some additional loot. Bear in mind that you will be making a decent amount of gold just from the COBRA scales. The other thing of note that I will recommend, however, is basically when you actually do the route, they will all have respawned by the time you actually get back round once you've completed the loop, even though it's actually quite a small loop in order to do. This is quite good in the way that you'll always have a mob to skin, and primarily you'll be getting your best bang for your buck. I have tested this, however, with Dark Moon Firewater, and it actually does work alongside this as well. So just one thing you may want to bear in mind when you're actually doing this, as you can then get more leathers in that hour. Now other than that, let's move on to number 4, which is DEVILSAUR leather. Now what you'll be wanting to do for this farm is go specifically to the Queen DEVILSAUR. Now all she actually does, this is primarily the most laziest way of actually doing it, and that is by using a skinner and just targeting the Queen Devilasaur. What you'll be doing is just by standing at her spawn point and just killing her and skinning her. You'll either get Devilasaur leather or rugged leather from her, or both for that matter. And what you'll be wanting to do is just stand there and kill her repeatedly over and over again. She has a 30-second respawn timer, so that means every 30 seconds you get a Devilasaur leather or a piece of rugged leather. Primarily you'll be getting Devilasaur leather, but it's only every now and then you'll be getting some rugged leather from this. This provides a decent amount of gold and can also be used to craft a load of different types of vanilla transmog items with the Devilasaur leather if you wanted to increase your gold per hour if you are a transmog seller. Other than that, guys, that is the Devilasaur farm. This one is very easy in order to do and primarily doesn't require any brain power. You literally just have to make a macro up with /target Queen Devilasaur and then /use kill. And then that's all you really have to do. You could basically do this all on one macro if you really so wished to actually just kill and skin and kill and skin. 30-second respawn timer, very easy in order to do. Other than that, guys, let's move on to our last one on our list, which is the crystal infused leather, which is located within the Blade's Edge Mountains. What you'll be wanting to do is just running around and killing all of the actual beasts that are in the area, primarily the boars. Now, these boars can actually be skinned for a reasonable amount of gold, and basically they drop crystal infused leather. This can be used to create different types of BC transmogs. That's where they actually get their gold per hour from. And other than that, not many people actually do this as well as that. This one can also be in conjunction with Apexis crystal farming in order to actually get the BOE blue items, which you actually get subsequently from it. Now, other than that, guys, that is pretty much the crystal infused leather farm. You primarily get quite a lot per hour, and alongside this you'll be roughly getting around about 700 knot hide leather along with this. That means you'll be getting not only the crystal infused leather, which averages around about 66 per hour, you'll also be getting a load of knot hide leather, which you can then also sell on the auction house for a pretty penny. Other than that, guys, that's pretty much all I have to say for 5 best unique skinning farms that you can do right now. Have an awesome rest of the day, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be tomorrow.